Hello, guys, and welcome back to That Cov Pod. We are talking on a very fine Sunday afternoon after Coventry were eliminated from the FA Cup 1-0 at the hands of Stoke. But quite a few positives, I thought, Jig. I think the performance in the second half was reasonably good. Not too bothered to avoid a fourth round time. I'm pretty happy to avoid extra time, to be honest. I don't know where you want to start. I think we should probably start with the new arrivals, Romain Esse and Yang, both joining early January, both looking quite bright in that game in different moments, bit of energy, bit of pace on the wings. I'm delighted that we've just got some other options, out wide. I thought they both did reasonably well in moments. What about you?
I thought they did well. I thought Young did well for most of the game. He's busy. He's sharp. He looks like he wants to get on the ball quite a lot. I thought SA first half, it was a classic case of probably trying too hard. Nothing was really coming off for him. Probably wanting to make an impression straight away. And he grew into the game though. And I think second half, that bit of skill down the wing where he ran round his man. Lovely cross for Hadji Wright. I'm sure we'll get onto that. But yeah, I don't know how he missed that. I've watched that back a few times and the goal's just gaping. And I think, oh no, it's just not happening for him, is it, at the minute? But no, I thought two decent debut performances for them both. Like you say, good to get some new bodies in the door. They've probably got cover because they're wingers, really. You've covered where we're probably strongest at the minute. I still don't think it's the full hand. Oh, wingers, yeah. I think like with Mason Clark and Sakamoto, and you've got now more cover on the wing. I still think we're short. I still think we need a centre mid, or I don't, or maybe. I mean, I say can play as a 10, can't he, as a link? Because everything we use our wingers no end. All of our chances and stuff come down the wings. We haven't really got that link play anymore. But yeah,
I think the starters, Mason Clark and Sakamoto, are really good championship wingers, but it's the depth in it. On 60 minutes, how many times this season, John, last game, screaming out for subs? We've got no one ready to bring on apart from Hadji Wright in that defeat. Yeah. I think that's where it's positive, isn't it, in terms of some depth in that area. Half an hour, we can change it now. Half an hour to go.
That's the exciting thing with SA. I agree with Jig. Can be frustrating, but he's that kind of player that once he gets more minutes under the belt, he's going to be the guy that takes the risk, does something different, creates chances. I mean, his feet in the box for the right chance, and real quick feet, quick thinking, rinse the geezer on a plate. The rest is history. But yeah, I think him, and I think Mini on the other wing works hard out of possession as well. He's good going both ways. Really, really good options. Agree with Jig. I think we're a bit short. I think without Grimes in the middle of the park, it was really apparent first half. We do need another midfielder in there. There's an argument that you need another centre half, but for me, they need a forward. They need a forward. I think if Sims had played yesterday, though, I think he'd have bagged. There needs to be another forward option. I think you could definitely bring in two more for me. But those two that are there, they are what we're crying out for. Yes, they're different options. Yes, they can do something a bit different. Certainly, SA in that 10 role. He's somebody in the Palmer role that you can throw on side that you always go on about.
Yeah, definitely. How many times I've banged on about that this season? Just someone who's going to take a risk and give the ball away. I mean, he played a good ball through to Hadji Wright, I think, in the first half as well, which was a little bit of movement, eye for a pass. It's just nice to have some different players to talk about, isn't it, really? Hopefully, obviously, we get a few more in. Jig, I think defensively, we conceded a lot of chances again. I think part of that was Grimes not being in the middle, conducting things and controlling things. Obviously, Latti at right back has his own issues, although I thought he did reasonably well throughout the 90. Bidwell at left back, same sort of thing. But maybe it's the centre-backs we should be a bit concerned about. Both Kitchen and Wolf had moments where they looked a bit shaky. Wolf made a couple of good blocks, though, in fairness to him, to help Wilson out. One of those where it's a few changes around the back, Jig, and maybe just upsetting the balance a little bit.
I think John alluded to it. I think there was gaping holes in the midfield in that first half, and there was some simple through balls straight through the defence, straight through the midfield. That is it. Manahoff, or whatever his name is, he went through pretty early doors. Should have done better, put it wide. I thought he played well. He looked good yesterday.
That was a poor header from Kitchen. That
yes,
really poor. It's like basic stuff. That's the trouble for me with all the centre halves at the minute. Basic mistakes. The Wolf brought him in on a lot of money, a lot of experience. Looked wobbly, but got himself out of jail a couple of times with some clearances. Certainly the one for Wilson, you're right, Si. But then again, the header for the goal, you can kind of forgive him for that. You can let someone have a strike from there, can't you? But yeah, go on, Jig. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. No, the first half was completely different to the second half. I thought first half we were pretty poor. I felt like we got bullied a little bit. We didn't really create much. They should have been 2 up. They had a couple of good chances. They had one right in the stroke of half time where, what's the lad up front called for them? He's a handful. Mabama.
Yeah.
He, oh God, about 2 yards out. If that was Hadji right, we'd be going mad, wouldn't we? But
that is a shocking miss. I cannot believe
it's awful. Yeah. So going in at 0-0, I thought we said he won his game. Then second half, we dominated. We dominated possession. We played some good football. I thought Andrews looked good, very tidy on the ball. I thought Eccles done well in there as well, second half. But yeah, after we missed a couple of chances that we had, it was going to take something like that goal to swing it one way or the other. Unfortunately, it went their way.
What a goal, though. What a goal. I mean, sometimes you have to hold your hands up. And I know it's the FA Cup third round, and people weren't that bothered if we went through or not. And I understand the reasons why. But it's not a bad way to lose a game, is it? It's Joe Cole 2006, Jig called it, I think.
Yeah, Joe Cole-esque, wasn't it? Yeah.
Good, great strike. His first goal, wasn't it, in senior football? Brilliant strike. It's just one of them things. I think he's still sliding in front of Frank, isn't he?
What's that all about? Why the
players? Was it definitely in front of Frank, or was it just in front of?
Definitely across him. I think it's towards Robbins, but when you lose the game, you want to find something, don't you? Especially in
Frank's technical area. I swear it's in our technical area where he comes sliding in. I just think, what are you doing?
Probably wanted to take
Lampard's bigger than the whole football club. It's like,
Well,
it was empty stands behind him, wasn't it? So no fans for him to give it.
Mate, astonishing turnout. Quite astonishing. Fair play to Sky Blue Army again. Embarrassed them in their own manner.
Was it 10 quid, 13 quid for adults and a quid for kids? I think it was for home fans, and none of them turned up. I don't really understand. I'd hope if it was the other way around, we'd at least get 20,000 in for a game like that with the prices like that. Good away end though. Good to see people collecting the points and decent away attendance. Good to see them get clapped off at the end. And I think we should talk about Josh Eccles a bit, because I saw a couple of people really bigging him up, and I had a look at the stats. He was our highest rated player, by the way, 7.9 he got. 52 out of 62 accurate passes, 83 touches, 9 passes into the final third, 2 out of 4 successful dribbles, 2 tackles, 1 clearance, 1 interception, 10 recoveries. I think he's really stepped up a level when we've seen him in the last couple of weeks. And I know Grimes wasn't there and it looked like we were a bit open, but I think he just deserves more credit, John, in terms of what Eccles is bringing to the team. Yeah,
I think he does. He's pretty consistent. And I think he'll be crucial alongside Grimes with Radoni in front of him against Leicester at home. We just need to be solid in there, and he needs to, if Grimes is going to sit that deep, he has to link between them two. Going on to Radoni, I think Radoni looked a little bit better again yesterday. If he's listening to this, and he's not, let's not be foolish, but if somebody is listening to him, I challenge him. Our win percentage with him is 33%. Without him, it's 79%. Now, for me, technically, he's probably the best player in the club. We know when he's at full tilt, he's a real player, probably one of the best in the Championship. Come on, turn that percentage round now. Start getting older games, start winning games for us. He's the man that can make the difference. He's got to start dominating games, especially at Leicester at home. Let Grimes pick up in front of the back four. Josh, get across the front of him and scream. When we're not in possession, Rudy needs to drop in. When we are, get on the half turn. Look at the options now we've got off the bench in terms of that 8-10 hybrid role. You can drop Essay in there, Mini even, you don't know. Then you've got 2 wide men we can interchange as well. 2 forwards you can interchange. There's plenty of options which should drive performance. But Radoni's the key in that pocket there. But he's definitely looking better. Decent strike off the post. All-round game seemed a bit better to me. But I challenge him now. that win percentage thing is a big thing.
I like the options we've got to put in there now. It's not just up to him or BTA. You know, we have got options. I do like, John, that you've settled on Mini as well. It's your little nickname for
It's just
Jan.
easy, isn't it? I can't be doing a jig with Van Eyback. MVE.
Do you want to go for the full pronunciation of
Oh
Jan?
no, I tried it just before this, and my furniture started floating. So
yeah.
Super.
Sorry, give me your one. Go on.
Well, I'm gonna have to get it up on Google so I can see exactly. Is that cheating? I think it is, isn't it? It's Yang Ming Hook, isn't it? Yeah, Yang Ming Hook. Mini Hook Yang. I'm going to call him.
Well, he called himself Mini. He also said that if he wasn't a professional footballer, he'd be an entertainer, which I quite liked.
Hey, need some of that in the squad, don't we?
So you're David Brent.
Yeah.
I like both of them. I know we only saw them briefly. I like what they can bring to the squad. I agree with you, John. I think Radoni is, as we said last week, little by little, incrementally getting slightly better. He just needs a big performance against Leicester at home. It's time, isn't it? It's time for him to take a game. But I also think the competition is going to help him.
I do agree with you. And I think that the top end of the pitch now is crucial for us. If we've got a defence that's creaking a little bit like it is, it seems to be wilting under pressure a bit too easily. Fullbacks have been bombing on too freely. We need to just be a bit more conservative. But when the ball goes up the higher end of the pitch, it has to stick in that 9 area, out the wide areas. And we've got to start pressing from the front again. We have to keep the ball away from our goal. We're conceding too easily at the minute.
I did spot yesterday that Radoni, when he picked it up a couple of times first half, he was driving forward with it, and then there was nothing in front of him, and he was having to check and turn back and try and find someone. I was thinking, this is where Hadji needs to be peeling off or needs to be making a run or making a move, and there was just nothing happening for him when he was driving forward with the ball.
I'm trying to quickly see the Radoni starting stats and win percentage and stuff. Just I wanted to see what BTA's was, because is it a case of we're missing BTA, or is it a case of Radoni and BTA together could work quite nicely? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's just another option, isn't it? I think he's going to take time to get up to speed. I mean, it's took Radoni ages, holding his shoulder again yesterday.
Yeah.
Bit worrying.
He's missed 9 games now, 10 games, including the cup game. BTA, by the way, we got injured on the 25th.
BTA back in training next week. I don't know. I keep hearing whispers that he's quite close. But again, look, Sims. What's Sims now? 8 in 10.
Is it that high? I'll have a look.
I don't know. Somebody sent me that stat, and I thought that was pretty high. I didn't realize it was that high. But mate, is anyone consistently scoring goals? I can't talk about the other striker after my outburst on the last pod. So I'll let you talk about him. But I no idea what's going on there.
It's a bit boring talking about him, isn't it? We always seem to get onto him, but he doesn't look like he wants to be there. If you miss a chance, you normally put your head in your hands, or you're a bit like, you're punching the ground or something. There's nothing that comes out of him when he misses a chance. There's nothing at all. There's no emotion. There's nothing. He just gets up and just plods on. There's no urgency. There's no want for the ball. There's no fight with their centre halves. That other lad up front for them, he was a handful. Couldn't hit a barn door, but he was a handful. I just think, show a bit of fight.
Any movement, Jig? Did he come short, get hold of the ball? Did you see him turning anyone on the half turn and driving at people? Was he getting into the channels? Was he getting across defenders on crosses?
The good movement in the first half where SA picked him out, that was a good through ball. But again, he cut inside onto his right foot rather than drag it on his left. And I thought, and then he took 2-3 more touches for that chance. And hit it straight to the defender when there was no chance of scoring a goal. It was a 0% chance, wasn't it?
Confidence.
That isn't it, confidence. Yeah. You just pop your shot off straight away. The second it falls, that first chance, bang, and it's done. You don't. Otherwise, you're giving defenders time to get in, get around, get a block in. The more touches you have, the more time they've got.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I challenge him. If you're listening, Hadji, which you're probably not, if you think you're better than the club, show it us. Show me in the next 4 months, and I will drive you wherever you want to go, mate. And I'll pat you on the back. I'll buy you a big bag of Cheetos. You can listen to whatever music you want in the car. All good with me. Flaming hot, crunchy, whatever you want to do. I'm good with you if you turn up for the next 3 or 4 months. But I can't keep talking about you.
So I'll talk about Ellis Sims before John pops a gasket talking and thinking.
I'm all right. I'm sound. I'm relaxed. I've had my water. All right.
Nice. It's nice. Ellis has got. Let me do the maths quickly. He's got 7 goals in his last 11 Championship games. 5 of them came in November. He didn't score against Ipswich when we lost 3-0, and then was the moment he was dropped. And he only played 11 minutes at Preston, 9 against Bristol City, 8 against Southampton before coming back in the win over Swansea. And then he got 11 minutes in the home defeat against Ipswich again. And then he scored in the last 2 games against Charlton and Birmingham. It's incredibly harsh when you look at those stats. It's incredibly harsh that he's been dropped for Hadji Wright. But I think almost this FA Cup game was a chance for Hadji to reclaim his spot and do something and score a few goals. I think it was a chance for Radoni and Hadji to work with the new wingers jig. I think we have to say that Sims is the number 1 striker right now, though, don't we? You look at those stats. You can't argue with them.
No, I think so. I think Hadji's had how many games now? 13 games, 14 games without a goal, something like that. I'd
love to know how many shots on target he's had in them games as well.
Yeah. No, I think Sims is the one for us at the minute. He's got a good return in the minutes that he's been playing for us. Like you said, it was harsh. He got goal of the month. Did he get player of the month as well?
Yeah.
Player of the month, goal of the month, and then got dropped. I thought, yeah, maybe that is a bit harsh. He seems to be putting more work in as well. He seems to be putting himself about a bit more, not just throwing himself up aimlessly, knowing he's not going to win the header. He's actually challenging now aerially as well. He seems to have got the bit between his teeth a bit more. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think he's the one at the minute.
Did you say you wanted some Hadji Wright shot stats, John?
Please.
I'll bring them to you.
Thank you.
This season in the Championship, he has had 56 shots in total, which works out at 3.32 per 90 minutes, which puts him in the 98th percentile of Championship players this season. He's only had 16 of those 56 on target, which is 0.95 per 90 minutes, which puts him in the 90th percentile. So that's 40 shots off target, 2.37, which puts him in the 99th percentile. He is also, if I can get the player stats up, I think he might be up there for big chances missed. Okay, he's 6th for big chances missed. He's missed 11 big chances. Josh Sargent has missed 13 this season, and his shot conversion rate is 14.3%, which is above Josh Sargent, Adam Armstrong, and below George Hurst. How's that for you?
Well, it's interesting. For me, he's letting Frank down, because Frank is consistently rolling the dice on him and he's not delivering. And I don't know when that ends for him, but he's letting himself down because, well, listen to them Josh Sargent stats. It don't sound too healthy for the US.
Don't, does it?
With the World Cup coming up, cement yourself. Get yourself into the Premier League if you're this Premier League player, and then get yourself your big move if it's there. I don't think it's there, mate. I think all that money talk was bluster. I say, you can't be watching him at the minute thinking, oh, we'll have a bit of that. He'll get us out of trouble in the Premier League. It doesn't even look a threat at this level.
Yeah, Sims has played 90 minutes the last 2 games and delivered a goal in each of those Championship games. So,
and there's frustrations with him, but he's bagging gold. It's what he's paid to do.
Yeah, but I think Frank has now mid that change in his mind. Probably, would you agree with that? Be very interesting to see against Leicester.
He's going to have to after that game, after the Stoke game. I think that was kind of his last. Here's your chance to go and prove yourself again.
Yeah, very interesting. Any other final points on the Stoke FA Cup?
Yeah, I thought Kai Andrews done well. Yes. Quite neat in there. Good footballer. You can see that. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyone grabbing a shirt for you though, Jig?
Maybe Yang. I mean, Sakamoto came on again and didn't do anything again. He looks a bit lost at the minute. I think he's gone off the ball at the minute. Sakamoto he's not beating his men as much. He's not getting the quality balls in like he was. I don't know. I don't know if he's had a confidence knocker or something, but he's had a few quiet games.
Positionally, I thought it was interesting with the new players. I think Yang is very much seen as a left winger. I know he was just playing there against Stoke, but the fact that SA started on the right, and then moved into the number 10 position when Radoni went off is also a little tweak that was interesting. And also, I think a lot of us have seen Kai Andrews as more of a number 10 and a forward-thinking midfielder playing in those pockets. He seemed to look good pretty deep and getting on the ball and picking it up and going past. But the way he can hold on to the ball and go past players is massively impressive.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see. I know Wigan were linked with signing him on loan. It'll be interesting to see if Frank lets him go out on loan. If he does, we definitely need another body in there. So a few little positional tweaks that I thought were worth noting, given I think we'll see Mason Clark start every game on the left wing, and then after 60 minutes, I think he'll look to Yang for a bit of energy. SA more of a 10, maybe on the right as well if Sakamoto's not quite doing it. The fact we've got options is delightful.
What did you think of SA out of possession?
Not quite as hardworking as Yang, but I think that's one of them, innit? I think he was more comfortable with the defensive workload when he was in the number 10 role, but I don't think it's anything to be too concerned about. He was also playing in front of Bidwell, who is, not going to be bombing forward too often. Be interesting to see how the relationship develops with him and Jay De Silva, won't it, moving forward?
And you want to see a bit of arrogance from SA as well. In his head, he's a Premier League player. It's like, well, come down here and absolutely boss it then.
He's had Premier League minutes this season, so
take risks. That's what he's there to do. He's there to do something different, roll the dice, and be a flair player. But he's got to work hard out of possession if he's playing on that right-hand side. Otherwise, the midfield will get overrun. That's the big thing for me. Especially against Leicester on Saturday, which is as big a game as we'll have in a long, long time. Regardless of who the opposition is, it's about getting back to winning ways and keeping a clean sheet. Crucial.
Yeah, I think if you look at his game, and he did produce that moment of magic for what should have been a goal. Okay, we know it didn't end up in the back of the net, but he did have that flair moment.
Amazing, yeah. Really good fit. Any news on Shredded Wheat? Victor Thorpe?
Yeah, he's back. I think he's back for the Leicester game.
He's not going to start, is he?
Again, no, back in the squad. I think him and BTA are back. Or I saw like an interview with Lampard where he said they're both back, or both could be back for this Saturday.
Did Frank say anything about post-match? I didn't hear any post-match apologies, but has he said anything about future signings or room for more to come in, or are we looking at any particular areas, forward area or midfield? Anything been said?
I think yes. He said it's still very early. There's still a chance for more incomings, but he didn't name any positions.
Okay.
Very coy as always, as he is with the injuries. You don't get much out of Frank, do you?
No.
But yeah, no, I was kind of pleased to see the new players come in, happy with his team selection. I was a bit surprised to see Kitchen start, to be honest. Thought we might see Perry or Shepherd and go a bit younger, but it is what it is. We played that team. Milan came on as well, which was interesting given Grimes was given a full rest. I would have just left him on the bench, to be honest. I know we were trying to win the game, but yeah, pretty happy all in all. Given we've lost a game, I think we're all quite satisfied.
Oh, I think we said before the game, all of us, we were like, look, just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Get some players some minutes. Try and get some in the door, early doors. They've done that. They've given them minutes. You've watched the video with them in training. They look like they're mixing all right. And we just got to kind of all eyes on Leicester, innit? Get a few more back through the door. Get that bench really powerful. Plenty of changes can be made. It's just about in-game management. It's going to be crucial Saturday.
I guess we should move on to Saturday's game preview against Leicester City and answer your listener questions. So thanks for sending them in as always. Oh, I love asking Jig these questions. Lee Wallace has asked, how much is Josh Eccles worth these days? It's the blind performance from him today.
Yeah, he's got to be, I don't know, 6 million. He's a decent Championship centre mid, 5-6 million, I'd say. I think Eccles gets overlooked because he's come through our academy. I think if he's a player that's signed and come in for a few million and he's playing like he is, everyone would think, oh, he's a good player. But because he's come through the leagues and come through the academy with us, I think he gets overlooked quite a bit.
I think physically he's grown over the last couple of seasons as well to deal with Championship football. He looks just stronger, able to hold on to the ball. Maybe people are remembering that most of the time. All right.
Yeah, he was on the floor a fair bit again yesterday. I was like, come on, Josh, get up.
I just think he
loves a whinge as well. He loves a moan at the ref, which, can't blame him.
I don't know. He's a good kid. He's honest. Do you know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
think
yeah, he is. Yeah,
that, and he'll understand the importance of Saturday as well.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what other questions we've got. Paddy says, I'm pretty happy with that. Glad the distraction's out the way with what we have at stake this season. Both our new additions looked very good. Andrews played well. Wright looked better, but should have scored. My question is, what's the next signing you want through the door? John, you have that one.
Midfield, centre midfield experience. That's what I want.
Would they come in to start for you?
Yeah.
Because
the level I'm talking about,
really well, wasn't he?
The level I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it'll happen? I can't see us signing a centre back.
I don't know. I've not heard anything, mate. I normally hear a few bits, but I keep hearing about your man from Leeds.
Hero.
But don't know.
He played today, didn't he? Did he play
Mr.
earlier?
Penn.
Mr. Penn. Yeah.
He'll fit right in.
Yeah, he's perfect. Get him in.
On that, Jig, would you take Callum Wilson to the end of the season? Gilbert asks.
Yeah. No brainer. Premier League player. I think he's got 4 in 7 starts for West Ham. I'll take him.
I don't think it's likely though, is it? I'm
no,
not sure he's got the same connection with the club that a lot of people think he does have.
No, he hasn't. No.
Family and stuff and local area, so I can't really see it happening. And obviously wages would be a massive issue. But we can dream. He would sort us right out, wouldn't he?
Yeah. I think he'd be good. It'd be good at this level, no doubt.
Yeah.
Fully fit. He's getting you in. He's getting you up.
Yeah. 100%. Jay, Sky Blue Jay says, the centre backs are worrying me. We play high fullbacks as a tactic, but since Blackburn, we get caught out a lot and Rushworth saves us. Can our current pair plus Wolfie handle the way Frank wants us to play? I think we need a centre mid plus replacement for outgoings. Left back, centre back, and striker are key. Can the centre backs we've got handle the way Frank wants us to play, John?
Well, they've proven they can before. I think the problem is that if they are consistently tested, it becomes a problem. They're being tested too much because I keep saying it. The ball does not stick on the top of the pitch enough, and we're not pressing well enough from the front. We're not penning teams in. We're not taking the ball away from our box enough. That's the problem.
There was another question in the follow-up to this where he points out that Rushworth actually has the highest XG prevention for a team sitting. He's obviously playing for a team sitting top of the league. I did have the exact stat. Goals prevented. So Rushworth's prevented 5.1 more goals. So basically, we should have conceded 5.1 more goals with an average goalkeeper in goal. He's above Victor Janssen for that statistic, and he's conceded 29. So we should have conceded 34. That makes sense, doesn't it? Basically, Rushworth saving us an awful lot of the time.
Yeah. I think our last 2 wins, was it Swansea at home and Bristol at home? Didn't he pull off 1-0, won them both 1-0, but I swear towards the end of, I can't remember which one it was, he's made that amazing save down to his right, bottom right, tipped it, dug it out from almost a certain goal. I think the lad was about 4 yards out, absolutely nailed it. He's won us points. He's won us probably anywhere between 10 and 15 points already this season.
Even as far back as Blackburn after the international break. You know, I keep going on about a couple of things I've gone on about where people have come at me on Twitter, and I can't remember which one he was like, calm down a bit. I'm like, I'm not being aggressive. I think tone gets lost on Twitter. I'm kind of trying to make the point. I mean, 2 points were, you know, yes, we were conceding chances earlier in the season as well, but we were burying opportunity after opportunity quickly. We pointed it out as far back as Blackburn. Then there was Watford. You know, we were giving up a lot of chances. Teams were starting to work us out, carve us open. There was a bit of complacency stepping in. So that was one area. The other area was going on about having an argument about Bamford. It's not about having an argument about Bamford. The point I was making is that Frank knew that he needed something. He needs something different at the top of the pitch. Whether or not we all agree Bamford's was the answer is by the by. He was clearly showing that he felt we need something at the top of the pitch and needed backing. The good thing is we've moved quickly in this window. My question then is if he wanted Bamford then, is he still looking for a striker now? Which is yes, so. Do we think we need one? Possibly. Depends how quickly BTA can get back up and running. I think there's room for 2 more to come in, and it's where them 2 are. Is it a striker, centre half, centre mid, or a left back? They're the 4 areas, really, aren't they?
I think we get a left back for some reason. In my gut, I don't think we sign another striker, and I don't think we sign a midfielder. I just can't see it unless Andrews goes out on loan and we make something happen in there.
Well, there's talk of him going out there, wasn't there?
Yeah, there is, but we're spending a lot of money on those strikers. Let's not forget that. Do you really want to chuck another 20, 25 grand a week at another striker, taking our total for 3 strikers to about 75 grand a week?
No, I agree. I agree with you. I think one of them's got to go out the door, but then is there interest there? I'm not too sure there is. The key thing for me, though, is getting some experience in the middle of the park for me to go alongside Grimes. To also look at Grimes, someone who's 30, 31, 32, been there and done it, and look at him and go, get up the pitch 5 yards. You know, you're too deep. Get hold of the ball. You know what I mean? And also do the work
for Ben Chief.
Work with him. Say that again.
How much directs a month for Ben Chief?
I know. Well, but it is. I'm not saying it's here. Obviously, I'm not saying he's gone, right? And it was time for him to go. But we need somebody to come in the middle of the park and shore things up. There's too many of them out of possession, not quite doing enough, and we're not closing the gap between the front line and the midfield at times. It's massive, big gaping holes, and we're getting ran through. And then the centre backs are getting punished because they're creaking after getting stretched and pushed and pulled. And we're not defending well because of it. We're confidence is shot. So we need to protect them, but also get hold of the middle of the park. Starts with the press from the front and also experienced heads. You need experienced heads at this point anyway, because who's won a league with any of them like that? No one. And you need older heads. That's why I think they're worried about letting Bidwell go out, because of what he does behind the scenes in the training ground and stuff like that. We need older heads that have been there and done it, or just add a little bit of calm in these situations. Seem to be panicking a little bit.
Good analysis. Enjoyed that, John. Yeah, you're welcome, mate. No, it's good. I agree with you. I think we do need some experience, but I'm just not sure it's going to happen. And I think we might be stuck with what we've got.
Good to see the loan thing be dismissed now, though, to coincide with what we all 3 of us have said about owning the ground. Then kind of makes that argument redundant, and it's good that it is, because we've brought in 2 quality players there that are going to add value.
Yeah, they've had championship experience and game experience as well, haven't they? So I think a lot of the old loans that we had with that Ayari and with I don't know, even going back to say Dujon Sterling, they didn't have any game experience, so they were coming in new to us. And
it was Jig, who was the right back that we had in the playoff final? Norton Cuffy.
He's a Genoa now.
Yeah. AC Milan are looking at him for 20 million. That's crazy.
Look at Ayari.
Yeah,
every weekend scoring goals in the Premier League. Who saw that coming?
Yeah.
Well, but not a Cov, but obviously, I think Neil Littlewood, fair play to him, was like, "Nah, there's a player in there. There's obviously a player in there because he's at Brighton." But Christ, we saw nothing out of him. He was
but that's what Portsmouth fans will be saying, kind of about Yang. You know, Yang is, from what I've heard from a few Portsmouth fans, he's got talent and he's had big clubs looking at him, and Tottenham have high hopes for him. And I think even
Madrid are looking at him, aren't they?
Yeah. But he is not a player for a championship relegation battle. He's not a player for a championship relegation battle. He is going to hopefully do better for us than he did for Portsmouth, because he's playing a better team with more of the ball, more attacking. You don't want him defending set pieces and trying
better coaching, a team on the up. You know what I mean? Although I think going from Tottenham's training ground to Cov, when he turned up at the door and he was like, "Is this the entrance?" And you were like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh yeah."
That's nice.
I mean, he's lucky. Lucky you weren't here a couple of years ago. It's improved a hell of a lot.
I know. You know what name just came to my mind? I'm talking of weird loanies. Teo Adaramola. Do you remember him, Jig? John, you having him? Yeah.
I remember the name. I don't really know much. I can't remember much about him.
I remember the name. Yeah, I'm like Jig. I'm like, I can't remember him. I can't physically see him playing.
Left back on loan from Palace, who was with us for like 2 weeks, and then just went back, and that was it. I think he played a couple of times for the under-21s and was absolutely horrendous.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Did we send him back, or did Palace want him back?
No, we sent him back because he was pony. He had a bit of an attitude. Yeah, I remember.
I think he's been released by a non-league club this week, by the way. So not the best scouting for us there.
So it was an attitude problem then.
Yeah, probably. Who was the fullback we had who got done? Took too much cash in his pockets on holiday.
Oh, wispy one, little wispy moustache on him.
Oh, come on, Jig.
Heavy pockets.
Yeah, you remember the lad? He thought he was a right baller. He was a proper div. What was his name?
This
Didn't he play for like he did? I think he was at Hinkley or something. What was his name? Everyone will be screaming.
Jack Hickman.
Jack
Oh,
Hickman.
mate, what a divvy.
But he weren't on loan, was he? He was our player.
He was our academy player.
Yeah, come through the academy. Yeah.
Where's he now?
Probably, where's he now? Probably just sitting off in a club in Birmingham on the corner, just doing balloons or something. Absolutely clown
Check his pockets.
Yeah.
What do you want me to tell you his career? By the way, he was at us till 2020. Then he signed for Bolton.
That was it.
4 appearances there. On loan at Kings Lynn, St Pat's Athletic. That's an Irish club, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stourbridge, Kings Lynn, Banbury United, Hallows Town, and he's been
Hales Owen
since 2023. That's it. How's Owen? Yeah, sorry. Hallows Town.
I like it. Oh, you can tell you ain't from around here.
Absolute nightmare. Southern League Premier Division.
Yeah, not a bad club. But, you know, he gave it Jack the Peanut, didn't he? And he fell down the league, so it's all right.
I feel we've gone a little.
We've had some rubbish over the years, but you know.
There you go. Then who's your favourite, Loney? Let's switch it around.
Oh, good one.
You can't have someone who then signed for us permanently, like Jokeres or Sheaf.
That's a good one. Go on, Jig. I'll let you go first because I ain't got an answer.
I'm struggling here. Favourite Loney?
Alex Nimley. I actually thought he was quite good. Yeah.
Who was the lad that we had on the right wing that went to Rangers? The lad from Liverpool. He was pretty good.
Oh,
Ryan
Kent. Yeah.
Josh Murphy, pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jacob Murphy.
Jacob Murphy, sorry. Yeah. And then Matson was fun for a minute, wasn't he?
Oh, I tell you what, Armstrong. Adam Armstrong. Yeah, he was good. I liked him. He's probably up there with one of my favourite loans.
What about Richie Partridge?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I quite liked him. He was all right.
A bit further back.
He was all right.
Yeah. What's going on here? Where's this podcast just gone?
Chris Marsden. Oh God.
Carl Rushworth. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, mate.
Genuinely tough to think of a better Loney, and I know he's
made some massive saves, and every now and again he'll have a bit of a shaky distribution game, and people are on his case. And like, granted, he should have done better on one of them goals at Blues, definitely. But mate, he's a very, very good loan from where we were goalkeeper wise.
Did enjoy seeing Ben Wilson back in goal though. Good to bring back the memories and throw it back, give him some game time.
Another good pro though behind the scenes as well.
100%. Dovin, by the way, hopefully back later this month by all accounts. So more progress from him. Second choice keeper. Obviously Rushworth's number one and well clear at the minute. Any more questions? Let me have a quick scroll through. Sorry, talk amongst yourselves while I try and find the question.
I've got a question. Jig, when you on holiday next?
Feb.
Phileas Fogg, where you off? Dubai, innit?
Off to see your mate, JK, yeah.
The old sandpit.
In the sandpit. Yeah.
It's the place to be. How was your holiday in Dubai, by the way, John? Did you enjoy yourself?
Worst rain I've had in 76 years. No sun for 4 days. The 2 days we did have sun, everyone I knew over in Dubai wanted to hang around with me while I wanted to sit next to the pool. So you could say it was pretty average.
And then when you did have some sun, we made you do a podcast as well. Made you sit inside.
I quite like that. That was one of the sunshine moments, Simon.
As always.
We don't want to let the listeners down. If we don't do one, we get hammered. We don't normally do cup games, and here we are. We've been forced into it.
Sunday morning, if it's not out, this is too late already. People are fuming.
It's my fault though, mate. You know, I've got to put the shift in with the family today around the park. You know
right, I mean? That's enough listener questions. What's your favourite ride at the park, John? You slide, roundabout, swings?
More of a swing man.
Yeah.
You said that's enough for the list of questions. You didn't ask any.
We got any listener questions? What?
We did. We've done a few. I reckon
we must have more than that.
Yeah, I reckon we should talk about the Leicester game.
Too many people coming direct now.
Let's go for it. The Leicester game.
Come on.
Right. Jig, line up for the Leicester game. Over to you, mate.
Wilson in goal. Yeah. MVE, De Silva, Wolf, Kitchen. We're going about 4. Yeah, we'll go with 4.
How long's Bob out for, by the way? Sorry.
2 more games.
The FA Cup one did count.
Yeah.
So Leicester and then whoever we're playing after Leicester, I don't even know.
Can't go 5 at the back at home.
No.
Disgraceful.
Grimes, Radoni. Ooh, I'm going to say Eccles.
Correct.
Agreed.
Mason Clark on one wing, and then I'd put Yang on the other. I think Sakamoto's not fully on it at the minute. He's not. Just a bit off the ball a little bit for me.
Interesting, you'd go Yang instead of
Remain.
I just feel like you get more defensive work as well as attacking work with Yang.
Proper South London tripod behind the striker there, though. Mason Clark, Radoni, and Esse, all South London boys. I like that. There'll be a good energy. That's a good energy, though. That is a thing for sure.
Yeah,
I'd go Esse start above Yang on the right, I think, and bring Yang on after an hour.
Yeah, John.
And Sims up front. We're all going
Sims up front. Yeah.
I'd start Sakamoto. I'd back my side that have got us into position initially and then start bleeding players in earlier, though. You know, I'm talking 55, 60 minutes if we're not fully active, or even half time if we don't start well. That's the luxury you've got now with the bench. Personally, I'd back my side initially. But from here on in, now it's like, you got to chop and change, but not in a Tony Mowbray way.
Don't you dare mention, what was it, Darius Henderson?
Been here before. Yeah.
Stephen Hunt.
Hunt. Yeah, I still see him at the games.
Peter Ramage.
Yeah, he's the agent of one of the. I can't remember which player he's agent for, but yeah.
When you say we need experience, John, in January, it just sends shivers down my spine because what on earth happened that season?
I know. Well, I was thinking of bringing Vincenzi back when I was talking about experience. No, I don't know. I think they need someone in the middle of the park, though.
Yeah, I agree with that. Leicester won in the FA Cup this weekend. Obviously, we're out of the FA Cup. Do you think? I think 1 out of the top 6 in the Championship won their FA Cup game, and that was Ipswich this weekend. How important do you think it is for us not to have any more games? We've got 20 league games now, Jake. They're all in the Championship. We can break them up into 5-game spells. We need 2 points a game. Get us promoted. It's 40 points from 20 games. Simple as that.
Oh, I think it's a blessing in disguise that we went out, to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think we should ever throw a game or not try in a game. I think we tried, and I think we were unlucky. Second half, especially, we could have won it. But when that goal went in and we avoided extra time, I was like, I don't really mind. I love the FA Cup. It's a great competition, but for where we are in the league and for what the little blip we're having at the minute, we've got to try and fix that. And I think that's not a bad thing going out of it.
Yeah, agreed. 20 games to go, John. How are you feeling, and what do you think we need to do to get promoted?
Well, how many points are we on?
We're on 52.
So we're safe.
I think we need.
Yes.
I think we need 85 or more
for autos.
But I do. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that high this year.
I think 40 more points guaranteed. I think 92 will definitely.
That'll guarantee you. But what I'm talking about is, yeah, I mean, in an ideal world, you're getting 4 points every 2 games. Sound. What they need to do initially is put a back-to-back wins together.
Mm.
That is crucial. For me, I always look at I was looking at like, lose one, you got to win the next. That's your worst case, but you're going to put back-to-back wins together. Yeah, I think it is around 1.75, 2 points a game, isn't it? It's got to be in that. Yeah, it has to be.
I think.
But again, I don't know how that works out, you know what I mean?
Talking of winning back-to-back games, we have 2 home games coming up in quick succession. Leicester at home Saturday, Millwall at home Tuesday night.
I mean, big games. Millwall are no mugs. They got smashed at the weekend, but again, they're there and back thereabouts. They're organised. They stay in games. They're dirty. You know, they play aggressive, direct football. Good manager, good in-game tactics. It'll be a tough test, both them games. If I tell you now, if they come through both of them with 4 points or 6 points would be huge. But 4 points out of them 2, and we're cooking.
Yeah, 100%.
We're back.
We should look at Leicester though, because that's the big game, big derby, isn't it? Lovely game at the CBS coming up. Leicester have beaten Cheltenham in the FA Cup. They beat West Brom at home with a very late goal. They beat Derby at home, but they've lost to Sheffield United. They lost away at QPR. They drew away at Bristol City. Their away form is a lot worse than their home form. Abdul Fatawu is probably the best player in the league. He's absolutely unbelievable. Jade De Silva, we kept a clean sheet away at Leicester, didn't we? 0-0 draw earlier in the season. How important is Jade De Silva and the defence going to be in this game, stopping Fatawu and Mavididi on the other side as well?
He's going to be needed massively. He's going to have to be careful with because we push our fullbacks quite high, don't we? We don't want to get caught out. I think Leicester on the away leg, I think he had a very good chance, and Rushworth saved us again.
Mavididi, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then he needs support from whoever's on the wing with him as well. He needs someone helping him out, doing the doggy work, tracking back and stuff. And that's where I think you got to pick the right winger that's going to work well with him. Yes, he knows Sakamoto and he's played with him a lot this season. I just don't feel something's not there with Sakamoto at the minute. Hopefully it is. If he starts, hopefully we see a good shift from him and a good performance from him. And he's back and he's helping Jay in that fullback position. But yeah, I'd start with your defensive duties first and then grow into the game. That's instead of bombing on early doors, trying to go pin them back, get goals. Just stay solid because we're conceding too many at the minute. Stay solid.
Give Saka a boost though. Start him. He needs backing.
Yeah,
he does deliver at home more than not. He hasn't been out the races recently. But listen, this is a win at all costs game for me. And I think that Leicester, the players that you talk about, Simon, they and all these sides that are technically on paper better than us, they'll be looking at us going, oh yeah, you're the top dogs. Well, we'll show you today. And they'll just turn up for this game because they want to prove a point that they're top players and they're not consistently doing it over the season. And that kind of thing can happen. So we're not the underdogs. People want to prove a point against us. That's the first thing. The second thing is, it won't be lost on them that Leicester are having a poor season, and the fans are normally not that bothered about it. They'll be bothered about this game, and the players will feel this. So Cov now need to look around the dressing room. Whoever starts as the 11, you know, Frank's got to say to a few of them, I'm going to pull you at 60, 65 minutes, so run yourself into the ground. But they have to press from the front. They should be doing this anyway. He's giving absolutely everything, but they have to win this game, for me, at all costs. Not lose the game is the crucial thing, but try. You've got to go and win this. You've got to go and put everything in to stop this rot and turn it round. It'd be a massive statement win for us. The fans will be up. The atmosphere will be great. Again, with the fans, we've got to back them for the full night in this game. Can't be moaning and taunting them down the road about mind the gap and all this stuff. Back the players, roar them over the line. We're going to be the difference. We've got to get the win Saturday. It's crucial, but it has to start from the front. The press has got to be there. The energy has to be there, and be prepared to be subbed. There's enough on the bench now to know that you're under pressure. So put the graft in. We've not seen a proper shift for a long time from the front back press wise.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? We need a performance, but there's also no more excuses. We've had 8 days, 4 games over Christmas. We've had that struggling spell. We've been missing players. We've now got reinforcements. We've had players have a rest in the Stoke game. Like Matty Grimes has had 10 days without a game. Milan didn't have to play against Stoke much, 5 minutes off the bench. Sims had a bit of a rest. We've had plenty of rest. Mason Clark had a bit of a rest. There's no excuses now. It's go and turn out and prove why we're top of the league. Go and put a statement out. Go and attack them from the first minute.
They all had a couple of days off after the Birmingham game. Lampard said in his interview as well. So he gave them all a couple of days to rest and recover and go and do what they want to do.
They need to do something different, didn't they, Jig? That's what we said. Either go away and have some warmer that we're training, or change it up. All right, lads, have a couple of days, do what you want. All right, fine. But you've got to repay the manager at that point. That's good faith. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. So no more excuses. Brings us to score predictions for the M69 derby. Who was good right for Stoke? Did we even? I can't even remember. I think I said. I can't even remember if we did them.
I think I said 1-0 Stoke, didn't I?
Did you? Yeah, late winner, late wonder goal.
I don't think any of us predicted Stoke.
I can't remember.
You had a draw, didn't you? I think
somebody will tweet in, I'm sure, which would be lovely of them. But I can't.
Well, then, Mystic John, you can go first.
2-1 Cov. Come from behind.
Goal scorers.
Sims, and Mason Clark.
Jig.
2-0, clean sheet, Cov.
Ooh, shit. Whoosh. Go on, Si.
I was going to go 2-1, but I won't go 2-1. I'll go 3-1. I'll go
Who's scoring?
Sims, Radoni to get us really going. And then
Comes off his shoulder. Wow, the irony.
Yang Wonder goal off the bench to bury them. That's what I want to see. I think
talk me through the third, the mini strike. What is it?
I'm seeing a burst down the left. He's just in behind the fullback. He's got a bit of room. Cuts in onto his right foot, and then from about 30 yards, whacks one as hard as he can into the top corner.
At 11:11 tonight, everyone manifest that. Make it happen.
Absolute scenes on the sidelines. Frank's giving it to the away end, the big one.
Oh.
So we've all predicted a win, which never goes well, does it?
But it's going to change. Got to change.
Yeah. This is the time. Yeah. We've put ourselves top of the league in a great position. We've had a tough Christmas. We've got new players in. This is the time. This is the time.
We haven't been playing bad either. We didn't play bad against Birmingham. I know we lost, but we didn't play bad. We didn't play bad against Stoke. Yes, we lost again. You can't have that luck that we had at the start of the season for the whole season. We were going to have these blips. We were going to have these little wobbly patches. We just need to start turning our luck again now.
But that's what this pod is, though.
Some of these chances.
We say it all the time about this pod, and Simon says it. It's like we are here to navigate the issues that we're seeing in games that are going to maintain as a top 2 finish. So when people are like, "Oh, you're jumping on them," oh, be positive. It's like, yeah, you can be positive for so long, but you've got to keep highlighting the issues until they get addressed. And when they get addressed, that's what's going to do the business for us to stay in the 2. It'd be criminal to blow it from where we are.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, most fan bases want us to fail because half of them don't like Lampard because I don't know why. Because in my eyes, even when he weren't at Cov, he's a legend still. I don't get. There's a lot of clubs that dislike him, and then a lot of people because of how far ahead we were and singing "We Are Premier League" and stuff early doors. People want to see us slip up now. People are desperate for it, so we've got to really prove that we deserve to be where we are. And we've got to get this turn of fortune back in our favour.
You're having that quote from 433, Simon. Apparently, Chelsea did want to have a conversation with Lampard, and Lampard was like, "The next time I'll be back at Stamford Bridges with Coventry City in the Premier League next season."
Yeah, I like that.
If that's real,
I don't know if that's real.
I'm like, all these AI, you just don't know what's real anymore. If that's real,
there's no way he'd put pressure on us like that. He's very good at making.
If that's real, I'm having it on toast, mate. Come on. Bit of
marmalade. Pack.
Well, bit of Milan on toast. Bit of marmalade. Happy days. Paddington.
Yeah, not sure I'm having that one. Right, John, to end the podcast, I want you to give a message to everyone, because we're a bit late with the podcast, on their Monday morning commute to work ahead of the derby this weekend. We're going to do it, aren't we? It's going to be fun.
We are, and it all starts with you. Like, you get out of bed, you make your bed, you prepare correctly, you get into commute mode, you get the AirPods in, bang, you're consuming the 3 amigos. We're here, we're giving it live and direct, and then you're going to batter the week, and then the focus is on that big kickoff midday Saturday. We're going to take our little M69 brothers that we ate to pieces, and we're going to stop the rot, and we're going to drive on back to the top of the league with Super Frank's Sky Blue Army.
Come on.